Alright, what's going on YouTube? I know it's been a minute since we've talked and I put up a video. My apologies for that. Definitely don't plan on doing that from this point forward, so I'm gonna try to load up daily videos. Anyway, this video is basically just introducing my pups. Like I said, I was gonna introduce my pups and I have yet to do it. So this little guy, I say little guy, but this guy right behind me right here, that's Onyx. Say hi, Onyx. Say hi. And then Mr. Sunshine right here, that's Copper. The sun's like beaming right on him, so he is glowing. Let's see if I can get a better shot of him. No, doesn't look like my camera's gonna let me. Copper. So yeah, these are my two pups. Onyx is 9.5 and Copper is 10. Exact birthdays, I don't know the dates, but Copper was born in June and Onyx was born in December. I could search exact dates, but I don't really see the need why. I mean, obviously, we just want to keep our dogs around as long as we can. They're doing pretty good. They're actually doing really good for the age that they're at. They still are pretty active, pretty high energy. They want to go on a walk, and that's actually what we're about to do right now. As you can see, I have the leashes on. So we're gonna go on a walk, and I'm gonna kind of try to just video our walk and video their personalities. There's a spot where I like to let them just kind of play around. So I'm gonna see if we get a chance, because it's been raining here in Charlotte, and it hasn't stopped until now. Well, I should say it's been raining a lot in Charlotte, and we just recently got a lot of rain again. So I may be able to let them loose, I may not be able to let them loose. Either way, there's my little guys. I just wanted to introduce them. What do you see, man? Huh? What do you see? What do you see? Did you say hi to the camera? No? Okay. All right. Well, so we're gonna go on a walk. All right, so I'm back walking around with the puppies right now. One of the things I wanted to talk about while I was on the walk was I always get asked this question as to, like, how do I get my dogs to walk beside each other the way they do? And I always find that crazy, because I'm like, well, I'll usually always ask, like, how do your dogs walk? And a lot of times people are just like, well, I can't get one dog goes one way, the other dog goes the other way, and one dog's either barking or sniffing or doing this and left, right. Oh yeah, guys, it's ugly out here. I'm gonna try to sneak over to where I can let them. Okay, so I made it past all that slimy, muddy stuff. So as I was saying, like with walking the pups, as puppies, I mean, we always walked them side by side, and I always made sure to exercise them on treadmills. We got them started on a treadmill pretty early, which, I mean, probably get a lot of comments down below, whatever, about how people don't like that or anything, but I mean, the dogs love the exercise. They absolutely loved it. Like, once they got over the fear, obviously there's gonna be fear because they don't know what the hell, what a treadmill is. So you got to kind of help them get past that fear. Once they get past that fear, it's really not that difficult, and it's not difficult to convince your dog, because your dog, especially if it's a high energy dog like a boxer, they definitely want to get exercise. So I mean, it wasn't like, I mean, I would wake up in the morning, do my routine that I would do, and then by the time I looked, Copper was sitting at the treadmill, like kind of sitting like, hey dad, what's up? Like, I'm in a treadmill today, right? So that made it a lot easier when I walked them. And now I don't have a treadmill, but they're just so accustomed to walking beside each other. And when I'm walking, I actually am walking with a purpose. Like, I'm walking like to actually get them a little bit of exercise throughout the day. I'm not walking just to let my dogs out. Now, that's not to down talk any like dog walker or anybody out there that's ever helped me to let the dogs out. Like, that's that's super helpful, and it's always good to let the dogs out because they got to do what they need to do, obviously, outside. But when you are actually walking your dogs, I would recommend, like, if you have any questions, like other people have questions, you know, ask me. Just, you know, have a goal. Like when you're going out, like have it in your mind, like, hey, we're going out for exercise, so we're gonna go do this. And usually what I do is I let them stop one time. The sun's super bright. All right, I had to get out of the sun. So I let them stop one time initially when we go out, obviously, especially if like I'm just now getting home from work, or if I'm getting home from somewhere and they haven't been out. So I let them out initially, like here. I don't know if you can see them running around. So I let them out initially just so they can do their necessities. And then once they pee, sometimes, you know, Copper, being Copper, he has like crazy digestive system. He just poops quickly. He may pee and poop at the same session, but that one time that I wait, I just, after that, we just go on the walk, and I don't let them go again until the end of the walk. Reason for that is because they feel it, they understand it. It's like, okay, he's basically got us on a mission right now. We're gonna go out, do the exercise, and then we'll do what we need to do. The other thing is like playtime. So like right now I just let them free, and I just brought them up here, and the walk that we just had was probably like maybe a short 10-minute walk. But in the period between my house and here, which is this open field, we didn't stop but one time at the house, like right outside of the house. Actually, when I did the introduction to the video, they had already gone right outside the door, because I have like a little brush area right there that they could go in. So we got here, and now they're able to like just kind of roam around. What you doing? What you doing? Yeah. Onyx, come here, puppy. I gotta fix your leash, buddy. Oh, yep. Come here, Onyx. Onyx. Copper. What you doing, puppy? What you doing? So yeah, this is basically all they do. They just smell around, smell the animals that have been up here, and eat grass. Graze like cattle. Sometimes we'll run into dogs up here. A lot of times it's kind of a better situation. It just depends. It really just depends. So what I mean by like a better situation, as far as like running into dogs up here, is just because a lot of times, like when owners come up here, they won't expect to see another dog. So like the surprise is sometimes beneficial to you as another dog owner, because like the person won't have any feelings leading up to like when you go to a dog park. A lot of times people, when they go to a dog park, sometimes they're like nervous. Like, I wonder if my dog's gonna do okay, and I wonder what it's like. They usually have a lot going on in their mind as they're going to the dog park. They're not really like going to the dog park for the reasons that it really should go, like to be social and everything. A lot of times the dogs can't even be social at the dog park because they are so pent up. They're just so, oh wow. Okay, I don't know what happened there, but a lot of times the dogs are so pent up that they're just so busy trying to get out the energy, they don't even have time to socialize with another dog. So I don't know what's going on with my hair here. It's kind of crazy, but anyway, yeah. So all right, so sorry about that. Had a little run-in, so I was like up there, and I'm talking about socializing dogs, and a lady that typically walks her dog in this neighborhood too has a beautiful Siberian Husky, but she has this little terrier that is paired up with him that is very provoking. So I kind of had to cut the video because my dogs were off leash. Well, they were on leash, but the leash wasn't attached to me. So I didn't want anything to, like, you know, happen, because they are animals in the end. I mean, I trust my dogs through and through. I know Onyx especially would be the one to not take any lip, I guess would be the way to word it, from any dog at that. Doesn't matter size, doesn't matter anything. Copper would take the beating if anything did happen. But yeah, like in that situation, like had I not been holding my gimbal and filming, I mean, I would have allowed Copper to kind of run over there, because the terrier is provoking, but Copper's never really been one to like initiate a fight or want to like establish dominance or anything like that. But Onyx for sure is definitely that type of dog. And it hasn't really caused me any kind of issues at all, like in the life that he's had with me. I've been able to enjoy him. I've been able to socialize him with other dogs. I mean, he loves my mom's dogs. She has a beagle and like a corgi pit bull mix named Itchy and Bandit. You guys might meet them if I ever get over there and film them. They're beautiful dogs too. I train them the exact same way I train these puppies. They're just a little more on the oversized department, because mama likes to feed them good. My puppies, I mean, they just, I guess I just got lucky. They just have really strong metabolisms, because in the beginning when they were little puppies, I used to feed them three times a day. Yeah, so morning, lunch, and dinner. Then we kind of weaned it off a little bit, because as they get older, you're supposed to wean off the food because their metabolism slows down, just like all of us, just like humans. But yeah, this is typically like how I walk with my pups, and we typically just wait and hang out, and so yep. So we're just kind of waiting right now. And that was one thing I really stressed on with them as puppies, is teaching them how to wait when I'm like standing still, to where they're not pulling, they're not going anywhere, they're just hanging out here with me. Let's see, there we go. Oh. All right, you know, if you guys have any questions or want any tips, or would like me to make any videos on, like, you know, problematic things that you have with your dog that I kind of show you with my dog, I would definitely love to do that. So we just kind of stopped. We're waiting. Got some people walking by. Copper. Come here, guys. You're gonna get tangled up. Ugh, you're wet. Let's see. Look. That's gross. Alright, so back in the neighborhood. Now it's more of a leisurely walk. They're just walking there beside me. Onyx spotted something. Thought he was gonna get away. And his brother was like, "No! You're not going nowhere. Come on, boys." Obviously the wind is blowing so hard when I'm trying to make this video. But I just they follow me, man. It's just like, it's that whole thing of respect. It's like if I switch it up and go this way, see, they switch it up too. So when you just establish that relationship with them, they trust you. They know that it's like, okay, Dad is going in that direction for a specific reason. I'm not leading myself. Like, you know, Onyx, of course, always has to be the ornery one. So he's on the sidewalk. Copper's like, yo, Dad's way over there. Like, we need to be over there with him. It's all good though. We're almost home, so it's no big deal. But yeah, so hope you enjoyed my pups and getting to know them. They'll be in more videos too, but I just kind of wanted to make this one about them and just kind of talk about like the whole reason why I love them so much. Just it's more than just they're my babies, like, you know, they are, and it's more than just they're my pets, and you know, I love them. They cuddle with me and everything. Like, no, they mentally help me, like, in life. Like the situations that we go through together, like they still help me. Like, there's another dog that's like aggressively coming at them, or if like this a person that they're growling at that I have to calm them down. They just teach me to stay balanced mentally and emotionally. So like I said, hope you enjoyed it. We're back at home now, so I'm gonna basically take them off the leashes. Come here, boys. They decided to take a detour. Come on. So yeah, so we're home and we're just gonna go on in, and it's basically time for them to eat here in a little bit. But yeah, let me know if you want any videos on like how to prevent your puppies from doing anything. And it's not true what they say as far as you can't teach an old dog new tricks. You really can, because these really aren't tricks that you're gonna teach them. These are behavioral adjustments that you're gonna make with your puppy. So yeah, that wraps up our video on the puppies, on Copper and Onyx. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You guys really liked it. Where are you going? And yeah, we'll have another video loaded up pretty soon.